Hi, my name's Dave Kasel. We're here at the A2 Wind Tunnel in Mooresville, North Carolina. So we've been in development of a new track bike for some time. The timing just worked out perfectly. The UCI changed their tubing rules that dictate the shapes that it has to follow. Some of the width and depth ratios have been adjusted, or some of the rules just dropped altogether. They hit us also with new equipment rules in terms of positioning. So we're in a perfect time to develop a new frame that not only takes advantage of some of the relaxed rules, but combines them in a way that modern track bikes are being ridden. I want a bike that's easy to work on. I want a bike that I can ride for all of my different events. I want a bike that optimizes the position rules that the UCI relaxed, and I want a bike that optimizes the aero rules that the UCI relaxed. So we were thrilled to see the 3-to-1 aspect ratio drop off of the UCI rulebook. A 3-to-1 airfoil is not efficient at really doing much of anything. The tube shapes on this bike are 600% more efficient, or more in some cases. So one of the things you get when you get to redraw the tube shapes that the industry's been restricted by since the 90s is you get a brand new table of information, where a lot of manufacturers in the past would develop a tube shape they thought was pretty fast as a 3-to-1 shape, and it would get used for the head tube and the down tube and the fork blades and the chainstays and seats. It would all get this same treatment, and that's not how the flow works. In each of those tube shapes is actually a different section, a different foil. So now that we've got a little bit more room to play with airfoil sections getting much deeper, we can really optimize each of those tube shapes. And even across the tubes, the top tube shape ahead of the rider is a different shape than the top tube behind the rider's knees. We want this project to succeed because we want to ride on it. So we want a system that works with the components that are on the market today, and the components, quite frankly, that are coming in the next generation of product. So all the interfaces are standard. It uses a standard 1.1/8" steer tube. It uses a conventional 68mm threaded bottom bracket, so pretty much any crankset fits. It uses a conventional front and rear nutted axle for track hubs. And so all of those conventional items will just bolt straight to the interface. The seat post is unique to the frame, but it uses almost the universal Ritchie-style seat post clamp. So it's on a sliding head, so you have a wide range of saddle position and seat angle options, and basically infinite saddle tilt position. We also got rid of some of the fragility in some of the carbon frames that are on the market today. We wanted to add robustness in areas where we know bicycles are going to encounter impacts. So whether you're traveling to your World Cup race or your A race for the year, or you're involved in a mishap, the bicycle's being reinforced along the top tube, the seat stays, areas that we know are going to see additional abuse, not just designed to be stiff under rider use. So we want this for ourselves. I want a frame that I can run the bigger chainrings on. I don't want a frame that's limited to a 55-tooth chainring. And Steven, he wants a frame that's going to allow him to not run a 190 stem to get the position that he wants. And of course the aero guys, they just want everything to be as fast as possible. And when you say, hey, no more 3-to-1 rule, their eyes just light up. So now it comes down to the time where the rubber hits the road, or the rubber hits the board, so to speak. And we've got a design, we've got the sizes mapped out, and now we need to get this thing off the ground. Well, manufacturing in carbon fiber, which is the only way to really achieve this type of shaping and stiffness, it requires extensive tooling. So there's a lot of thought that went into it, but it also creates a lot of expense. And that's why we need you. We need our backers to say, yes, I want these things. So we're starting that today, and we look forward to your support.